Welcome to the 15 steps of self-liberation, emancipation. I'm referring to the 15 steps of the Seder, which is coming up very soon. As you know, the song Kadesh, Urchatz, Karpas, Yachatz, etc., with all the actions you can learn from your children and grandchildren, which is very important. First thing I want to say really is Pesach, as we know, Passover, God passed over the houses, and we also pray this virus should pass over us very soon. But in the meantime, we still have Pesach to celebrate, and we have to go through our own coming out of Egypt, Yetzias Mitzrayim, coming out. And Mitzrayim is related to the word Meitzorim, which means boundaries, restrictions, limitations that we impose upon ourselves, our bad habits, our character flaws, and we need to work on all these things over Pesach. And if we follow the 15 steps of the Seder, then we will have a meaningful Pesach and we'll come out free men, connected to God in a much deeper way. So, Kadesh, make Kiddush, everyone together. Everyone, men and women all together will make Kiddush at Seder night. And children also, they know, start to learn what to do. It's very important. And it's the first step because it's so important. What does it mean something is kadosh, kedusha, holiness? I think a good way of explaining it is when something is designated for a holy purpose. It's kadosh. Sefer Torah is a holy object. It's designated for a holy purpose. Shabbat is a holy time. It's a holy Zman, and Yom Tov designated to connect to God. And place as well, you have the Beis Hamikdash, the temple, you have the shul. The Jewish home is a holy place because it's designated for mitzvot and to worship God, etc. So that is the first step of the Seder. We have to know, we have to designate our own lives and make sure we have time to sit and learn, time to pray, time to connect, and those are our priorities. And everything else in life is important. You know, our nationalities, our jobs, that we define ourselves by. Yes, important, but it's not who we are. We can't just be, like we say, a British Jew, a French Jew. We're Jewish. That is who we are. Yeah, we're good citizens, but at the end of the day, what is our core, our essence is that we're Jewish. And, culturally, it's important to be Jewish, etc., to be proud Jews. But again, what's the most important thing? To be a committed Jew. We have to designate that our lives, that's what we're trying to achieve here for the time we're given on this planet, to bring godliness into the world. And that is Kadesh, the first step of the Seder, very important. And it reminds me of the story of a little girl at school that they were asking everyone what they want to be when they grow up. So one says, I want to be a fireman, the other says, I want to be an astronaut, and the other says, I want to play for Leeds United. And they ask a little girl, they say, what do you want to be? And she says, when I grow up, I want to be possible. The teacher looks a bit confused. Sorry, you want to be what? She says, I want to be possible. So she says, what do you mean? She says, because my parents all the time, they say, I'm so difficult, I'm impossible. And when I grow up, I want to be possible. So the amount of possibilities, the amount we can grow, the resources inside of us, they just need bringing out. But how do we do that? The first step of the Seder is Kadesh, sanctify our lives, designate our lives, to make sure we set time aside to reflect. And people have been saying the last 10 days or so, since everything's been getting more strict and the lockdown, etc., it's a good time it's almost like a long Shabbat. It's a time to reflect on life. What are our priorities? It's almost like a reset. And Pesach all the more so. It's the idea every year we need to go through this process of coming out of our Egypt. So there we go. There's just a few thoughts on the first step of the 15 steps, and we'll send out another video for the second step tomorrow. All the best. Stay safe.